there's no other way around it. These are pictures that my mother TGIF, staying under the radar. Good early afternoon, everybody. It's Lasha from Royal Pushback Aftermath. Now, this channel is called Lasha Royenko. The J is actually silent. However, why do you probably think, why do I call it Royal Pushback Aftermath all the time when it says Lasha Royenko? I have to explain this every time I do a live on this. This was my first computer channel, and I don't know why, but lately I've had to upload lives on this channel, and there's 61 souls, and it was sitting at 52 people that would, periodically come back and watch some of the content, which I so much appreciate. And I'm going to show you how much I appreciate it. Also, then I started L&L Soul Sisters, got a different phone, and then for some reason, with the new phone, I had an old Google account, and I had to start over again. But I just wanted to thank some new people that have joined. Royal Pushback Aftermath is the only channel you really need to subscribe to, because all of everything that I videotape on Lasha Royenko is on a playlist under L&L Soul Sisters or under Royal Pushback Aftermath. All of my footage on L&L Soul Sisters I've downloaded onto Royal Pushback Aftermath. Not every single piece, but you know how my hair drives me crazy, but I'm just going to ignore it today. But what I wanted to tell you was the channel grew this week from 514 souls dispersed between the 3 channels, but I'm starting to remember everybody now through people commenting. So if your name's on the board, the mirrors twice, and don't worry, there's enough walls here that if I ever grew to, it'd be nice to be at 5,000. You know what I think about 7 is actually my lucky number. 777, 777. And why I started the podcast, the only thing that I can tell you that is a constant, consistent theme on this channel is change.org. If you've never been here before and you've never gone to change.org and you've been here before, it's time you go to find out who the real Lasha is. Well, actually, she's sitting right here. And the reason I'm talking about people and walls is because if walls could talk, right? But they are talking, because really, when you think about it, I try not to look at the analytics too much, but you have to see what people feel engaged in or don't, because you don't want to waste your time on something. But usually if you're passionate about it, it will follow. And I am the, yes, I wrote yes. Does anybody remember what that symbol meant? And it was a ladder. It was a piece of art, a ladder. And when you got to the top of the ladder, it said yes. What artist did that? You know I like my trivia. So drop in the comments if you know. Isn't that rude when people say that? If you, and I say it all the time. If you so choose, no, just drop it in. Seriously, can you, if you know the answer, because I have no idea why I wrote that, and then I thought, oh, I know where I saw that from before. So at any rate, I just wanted to welcome some new people. This was my original board, and I really want to go back to the blue and the pink. I like blue and pink. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it might seem very, very silly to all of you. However, I'm not in that frame or my state of mind. So first of all, this is how I feel about it. As infantile as this might look to all of you, it means a lot to me. So if you don't want to hear your name called out, and it's not about me calling out your name, it's me saying, hey, thank you for taking the time out of your life to subscribe to this channel and take time to listen to some of my content. And if you read the description, you know what we're doing today. I forget what I wrote down. I'm just joking, sort of. No, actually, I wanted to read the Palace Papers. I just wanted to continue with that reading. And I'm also going to be reading some news from the Niagara area. You know why? Because we can get all the royal news on so many channels. And I thought, well, down here in gosh darn Beamsville, there's no news channel, there's no news station. And I like digging around for things too, so you never know. Okay, anyways, I just want some of your names, honest to gosh, you need to change them, especially Suki, you know who you are. Okay, so over the last, I think, 10 days, Moon Dancer, okay, so it started with, okay, so Nicholas Lamon, we have to talk tonight. It's all good. I think you probably feel like I have forgotten about you because I haven't heard from you. I've been so cramped busy, and we need to talk. Okay, so Nicholas L. Asterparo is that drummer. He didn't subscribe to my channel. I just put his name down because he's my favorite drummer. He's absolutely amazing. So if you want to find out, and if you're a really, really good drummer, I wish that I had to let them break my jaw to straighten my teeth so that they went like this. I'm going to the dentist today too. Anyway, Nina W, Gretchen, I remember you, and Muna Lumula, Lisa Sante, I remember you, Parmilla, username, yeah, you need to change your name, Suki. You know I can't write your real username on the board. I'm like a school teacher giving the heck to the subscribers. Why is this lid look so droopy? That's bizarre. At any rate, and then this is an interesting one. Oh shoot. Tassel Soul, Kelly R, MM, L. Larton Smith. Hi, Sarah. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. And the way I actually got those names was through subscribers, not subscribers, through comments. And then there were a couple of notifications of new subscribers, but I don't get all of the notifications. The only ask that I have from anybody is if you're subscribed to Lasha Rajanko or L&L Soul Sisters, by all means, stay subscribed to that channel. However, I really would like to narrow it down just to our Royal Pushback Aftermath, because the 15 people that joined on Lasha Rajanko was sitting at, no, and I don't like sitting. That's why I put people's names down, because people talk about subscribers, but could you imagine 500 and almost 60 people took the time out to watch? But could you imagine if those people and you were all together, what a cool thing that would be? And it is possible, to build a community like that. Go to also Brittany from the Royal News Network. So I'm starting off with something that's going to bore everybody. So if you don't live in Grimsby or Niagara region or Niagara Falls, but hey, you might live in Niagara Falls, New York. So every Thursday, the news now comes out, and there's actually a lot of really good information in this paper that people don't talk about. Now, I want to read the Palace papers, but I have a time limit today, so I think I will just do the news, and then I'll be back tonight. It's Friday night. You know what I do on a Friday night. I like to watch Bill Maher at 10 o'clock, but between 6 and 10, I love to do videos. I just absolutely love it. Okay, so before I get into this week's news, which is, today is what, the 9th or 8th of January. This new cell phone that I have, I talk about nothing. My mother's right, I just don't stop talking. Friday, February the 9th of 2024. Okay. I just wanted to tell you a bit of news that happened when I was living on at Concord Place in Grimsby, Ontario, Canada. I have never in my life heard a gunshot. I've never heard a gunshot. Not in my entire life. I've never even seen a real gunshot in all of my life. And so I was standing on the balcony, and all of a sudden, bang, bang. And it sounded like, it hurt my ears too. And do you know that somebody passed away there, but they didn't do a lot of reporting on it? And I think to myself, there's a lot of things that go around in the Niagara area that could be really interesting news, but there aren't any reporters that I know of. We have a great MP, Dean Alliston. They're wonderful. But yeah, there was a shooting. I don't remember the date. Isn't that terrible? You'd think that something like that traumatic would, you'd remember the date. But that's one of the reasons, So at any rate, the Grimsby News and the Beamsville News, I have no interest in doing a survey right now. What's new in Grimsby? It's not a joke. It's a nice community. So, Quilts to Lose, WW2 vet Elizabeth Jones' Aunt Jane received a Quilt of Valor Thursday at her home, the Jacob in Beamsville, to honor her World War II service as a leading aircraft woman with the Royal Canadian Air Force. So there are journalists that do these stories. I really want to familiarize myself with the micro level of politics and how it works in jurisdictions, it's not complicated, but if you're rusty and you're not into politics, it's something that you wouldn't pay attention to. I don't think anybody watches the never mind, the hearings in Canada the way they do with the judiciary ones in the States. But I always watch the Canadian ones. But look at this. Elizabeth Jones, Aunt Jane, received a quilt of valor Thursday at the Jacob. And that's a beautiful retirement home in Beamsville. And Howdy Johnson was a volunteer. Roy McKay, Doris McKay, Royal Canadian Legion Branch, 612 Beamsville, Lincoln Mayor, Sandra Easton, Terry Miller.
CW, WhatsApp audio.
I am so apologetic. So at any rate, so Mayor Sandra Easton, Terry Miller, Poppy Campaign Chair, Branch 612, Kate Stokes, Membership Chair, Branch 127 in Grimsby, Tom Hansberger, President, Branch 612, Retired Corp, Cindy Ware, founder of Veterans Elite Canines with Aunt Jane and service dogs Neville and Gracie. For full details, please turn to page 13. McDonald photo. See, that's a really nice story. And that's the people want to go on Instagram and Facebook, and we all have our reasons. I think mine's going to start to unfold. That is so nice. And look at the quilt. Is that not an amazing? And here, Lynn Fee, she actually looks like a very nice lady. Lynn Fee Team, linfeeteam.com. What do they do? Top 100. Sorry, I actually don't have my glasses. The top 1% Keller Williams real estate. Wow. There's lots for sale here. Our team cares. Let's look at who the sponsors are for the Grimsby paper. I've never noticed this before. I'm not even being sarcastic. CNIB, GBF, the War Amps, Alzheimer's, W of Hope, my eyes, I can't see, Cancer, UNICEF, Pathstone. That's amazing actually. Improving tax ratio, consistent goal, Grimsby Economic Development, and it's by Mark Willscraft, News Now. So I'm a total ignoramus to say there's no journalists in Beamsville. My apologies for being absolutely ridiculous and unaware of that. Okay, so pushing Grimsby's 90/10 tax base ratio closer to 75/25. It sounds like blood pressure. It's making everybody's blood pressure boil. The inflation right now. The town of Grimsby can aim. At last Wednesday, Mayor's Breakfast hosted at Casablanca Inn, Mayor Jeff Jordan said several mail projects currently in the works will nudge things that direction. What does that even mean? Major projects currently in the works that will nudge in that major direction. I don't even know what that means. It sounds like word salad. Within the next 3 to 5 years, Grimsby will experience a $3 billion boom, $1 billion of which will be in the industrial commercial sector in 2023. Grimsby issued a large amount of permits for residential, industrial, commercial, institutional, and agricultural needs, which totaled an impressive 38.3 million, said Jordan. The total value of residential building permits alone totaling $19 million. That combined total for permits in the industrial commercial. Before I read any more, you all, can I tell you what Beamsville used to be like? And then I really do have to go. Do you know what Beamsville was like? Beamsville was like, I'm sorry, I'm standing for this. Beamsville used to be a family-oriented home where it was safe to raise children, just like our grandparents used to say before my grandmother and then my mother and now me. Every generation, it seems that people feel a little more unsafe and a little more unsafe. And the reason I stopped right there about the millions of dollars is because I just realized I don't even know anything that's going on in my town. And that is a disgrace, because where do your roots stem from? Where do your morals and your ethics come in with your community? And I'm really going to look into this. I really want to do something to help this town. It's been so good to me. There's so many good people in this town. And Yalla's has the best shawarma. I know. I'm not even joking. Oh, look at this. Rob Golfy's on the paper again. He's always in the paper. Rob Golfy. Oh, never mind. I was just going to say something silly, like I felt famous because he's so popular and I see his picture everywhere for real estate. And he has a beautiful family. And I used to work in a boutique, and it was just so much fun. I just wanted to catch you up on the Grimsby news. And you know what? There's really good, like at PharmaSafe, just over here on Ontario Street. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff on sale, coupons. Oh, and I also wanted to say this is coming from Grimsby, Ontario, Canada, and I am hiring cleaners, and I will be posting the new business opportunities in the next month. I'm very, very excited. So that's a wrap. Isn't that kind of culty? Didn't that remind you of the vow that after the end of each thing they go? But everybody has their shtick. Bill Maher has his thing. And that's a wrap. But I always say, and I mean this, take care of yourselves. I'll do the same. I've been feeling a lot better lately. But I have to take care of some of my, why I started this channel. Go to change.org. I'm changing the description, but it has to do with the fact that a surgeon, when he or she, which is never usually a she in my situation, it wasn't a she, but that's not to say that women will not do the same things as men. And also, to make that point clear, I did do a little review on December, or May, or is it May, December? No, it was December, May, or it could have been May, December. with Julianne Moore and Natalie Portland about Julianne Moore, who's actually a P, and it's a role reversal. Nothing is spoken of, but it's all there. And what I'm going to do is prepare every Thursday or Friday to catch everybody up on the news about what's going on. And if I hear of anything that's going on, also, why I love my community. This is sweet. Look, why I love my community. There are many reasons to love our communities at Niagara West. We want to hear what you think. With Family Day approaching, this can also be as fun. It can also be as fun activity. With Family Day approaching, this can also be as fun activity. No, this can also be as fun activity. No, that's not correct. Basically, it's just as fun for adults and children, which is true. Activity for parents to help their young ones explain what they love about the community, in which they live. And this is what parents, I don't have kids, so I am nobody to give advice, but I am a very good babysitter. I learned from the best. I did. I learned from the best. And yes, that's what I have to say today. That was fun. It was just an idea. I'm a little worried about my eye drooping, though. Not because I'm getting older, but because no, I feel good. No, I feel good today. I really do have to go. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? Not that you can hear me. Is there anybody home? Okay, take care of yourselves. I'll do the same. I'll be back later. You know that. I always end